Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. Today we're doing a pick a pile. This will be about whatever spiritual healing is needed at this time, okay? I pre-pulled already. We're going to pull from the Botanical Inspiration, Work Your Light Oracle, and do a reading with the Crystal Mandala Oracle as well. I will be including the healing at the end of each one as well. If you like that deck, I did a whole series on every single card in that deck, and it's all on the Ascended Master playlist for you. If you feel like you need a little bit more intuition training, there's also a playlist for that as well. And all these messages are timeless, okay? Doesn't matter how old they are. But this is a good opportunity to develop and strengthen your intuition, okay? As well as just get any messages or guidance you need at this time, okay? So go ahead and focus on the 3 piles ahead. I'll give like 30 seconds, okay, to do that. For those that are new to tapping into your intuition, generally what I do, and you can try out different ways of doing it, see what works for you. I typically will focus on the 3 piles ahead, really stare at the shapes or colors or whatever objects are sitting there, and then I'll close my eyes and I'll breathe in, I'll breathe out. I'll do that a couple more times. And then I'll try to imagine all 3 piles at once, and then I'll narrow it down to just 1 pile if I can. Sometimes you'll have more than 1 pile vying for your attention, and that's okay. You might want to listen to those piles, whichever ones, in whatever order they show up for you. I've had it happen where it's like ACB or BCA, if it's like that, right? So I'll listen to it in that order. And sometimes it's just 1, and sometimes it's 2 are battling it out. So whatever you feel guided, whatever calls to you, okay, pick those. I will timestamp them all in the description box for you, okay? And if you feel like coming back to this reading later, you're more than welcome to do that as well. Now, I am pre-recording this early just because I will be having a young one staying with us this weekend, so I don't know when I can record this for Sunday, so I'm just going to go ahead and pre-record now and make sure it's available, okay? So you'll see some of the same setup as the previous one, okay, because I had to do them together in order to shift things around a bit, all right? So go ahead, close your eyes, focus on which pile calls to you, okay? All right, if you have chosen pile A, you have 2 botanicals here, and I'm going to try and get them as close as possible for you. You have Coreopsis, always joyful. Ralph Waldo Emerson says, and if I can read this, okay, write it on your heart that every day is the best day of the year, okay? Now you may want to look up the flower Coreopsis and see what spiritual meanings it may have, okay? That might indicate what intentions you can work at this time. You also have, I can get it to focus and not be all glary, hydrangea, thankfulness for understanding. Emma Goldman says, before we can forgive one another, we have to understand one another, okay? So hydrangea may be significant also. Check out the spiritual meanings of that. Just do a little Google search. From the Work Your Light Oracle, I can get this super close. It's tiny cards. There we go. You have Star Mother. How can you mother yourself, okay? And from the Crystal Mandala, you have card number 16, Angel Balthiel and Rose Quartz. Heart Healing. Crystal Angels 444, okay? So those numbers may be significant to you at this time. All right. Hopefully I don't nod off. I tend to get into a trance when I read from this deck. All right. We bring you the gift of heart healing. Over many lifetimes, your beautiful heart has loved and lost and loved again. You have learned how to feel joy, pain, suffering, and bliss. Your wise heart, sorry about that. Your wise heart knows that life is filled with darkness and light, and it chooses to love the divine and participate in life anyway. You might worry that your heart has been stretched beyond its limit, become closed or broken, yet your heart is filled with divine grace, power, and of course, love. It can and will heal itself to love again, bigger, bolder, and braver than ever before. Do not doubt the healing power of your heart. There is power in your heart to heal through struggle into joy, and your heart has the gift of helping to heal others with love. Your open, kind heart helps soothe others, bringing comfort and reassurance to the world. Trust your heart and let it heal and guide you into the most beautiful and loving divine destiny waiting for you. The heart is an incredible phenomenon. It works on a physical level tirelessly to keep your body alive. It works spiritually to integrate the messages of the universal heart of the divine into your field, helping you receive guidance for your life journey. The heart is your wise guide, friend, and inspiration for growth. Recognizing your heart is capable of being broken and growing back stronger and more loving as it heals is an incredible accomplishment and a reminder of just how amazing you are and how truly powerful love can be. The heart also creates its own electrical field. Without saying a word, your heart speaks volumes. It can change the atmosphere in a room, the thoughts in someone's mind, the feelings in their body, and create a container into which spiritual grace and light can enter to work its own brilliant form of healing magic. There is a wisdom to the heart that cuts through the confusion of the mind. When the heart knows something, it just knows, even if there is every reason logically why the truth should be otherwise. The heart works on an intuitive plane of insight rather than a logical plane of reasoning. It can sense the truth of a situation in an instant, where the mind may be able to argue one side, then the exact opposite equally convincingly before ending up somewhat confused. The mind has great value and is a wonderful asset on the path, but if we allow it to run roughshod over the truths of our heart, we will miss out on so much beauty along our life journey, while taking a far longer time to get to where we need to be. With this oracle, you are being given a layered message. Firstly, your heart is going through healing. You are learning to be and open your heart and love yourself and the world in a new way. It will be a beautiful experience of great closeness and connection to the divine. As your heart opens, there may be a clearing of old issues that have prevented it from opening more fully in the past. These issues may be fear of abandonment, rejection, disappointment, or betrayal. There may be old issues to do with trust and feeling safe and being vulnerable that arise. Don't worry or believe you are going backwards on your healing path. These are symptoms of heart healing, of letting go and shedding past pain. Even if grief or sadness arises, let it flow and be released. Your heart wants to be free to love, and it knows how to heal itself. Honor and support this process by expressing your feelings and loving yourself as unconditionally as you can. Secondly, your heart is guiding you, leading you, even pushing you through the deeper desires you feel within. It is not foolish fancy speaking to you. It is the genuine guidance of your heart, encouraging your mind to recognize your true path in life. Listen to the feelings of your heart as you begin to understand the way it speaks to you. Then you can benefit from the divine wisdom it expresses, which is already within you, just waiting to be acknowledged. Finally, never doubt the power of your heart to heal even the most seemingly intractable, impossible situations. You must detach from the outcome. it will be for the greatest good, even if that doesn't match what you think would be best in the circumstances. But when you speak from your heart, divine healing happens according to love's wisdom. When you place your hand on your heart and speak simply to the universe, asking for healing on whatever issue is troubling you, you are using the power of your heart to trigger an outpouring of love from the universal heart. Ask for what you need, for what you want, according to your divine birthright. With you for your entire life, shining the truth of unconditional divine love from within. Whenever you need reminding that you are special, you are worthy, and you are absolutely loved. All right, for the healing process, you can go ahead and close your eyes if you like and take a few deep breaths in and out, okay? To integrate this guidance, you may like to say this invocation now, either verbally or in your mind's eye or ear. Mind's mind. I call upon the crystal angel of rose quartz and archangel Balthiel who love me unconditionally. Thank you for the divine gift of heart healing now. Through divine mercy and unconditional love, may I come to know the full power, grace, beauty, and purity of my heart. May my heart be completely healed and restored to its full innocence, strength, and beauty. May all beings know the love of the divine within them, bringing peace, comfort, and healing to every heart. Through divine compassion and my own free will, so be it. You can open your eyes now. Hopefully that helps. If you enjoyed that and you really like those healing, I did them with every single card. So go check them out, all right? And if you chose more than one pile, go for it. All right, bye. All right, those of you that chose pile B, let's see what you've got. All right, from the Botanical Inspiration, you have the pansy. Now see if I can get this to focus for you and you can see it okay. All right. Sweet thoughts. Actually, I need to see it. A quote by Unknown. Pray you love, remember, and there are pansies that's for thoughts. Beautiful. Love it. Okay. So the pansy may be significant for you at the moment. You might want to go look up its spiritual meaning. See what intentions you could be using with it at this time. And you can always just, if you're not around pansies, you can always just focus on a picture of pansies, okay? Have it maybe represented somewhere on your altar or wherever. I usually just find a picture online and put my phone wherever I'm meditating and have it that way. Pretty simple in today's age, right? But the pansy may be significant as far as its meaning for you, okay? You have 3 cards from the Work Your Light. The first one is the crumbling. What are you clinging onto? Okay. So hard to get these to show up. You also have Warrior Woman. Have you answered your deepest calling? So it's about dropping some of the old and bringing in some of the new, right? Especially for your purpose, your deepest calling, right? You have Break the Chain, ancestral patterns, healing and rewriting the future. So that may be what needs to be let go of, right? Or worked on at this time, healed from. Can barely, there we go. Finally. And from the Crystal Mandala, you have card number 49, Goddess Maya and Ruby Aura Quartz, Searing Presence, Crystal Goddesses 888. And those numbers may be significant for you at this time, okay? And the signs and sayings are just confirmation of something specific, an identifier perhaps of what this may be triggering for you, okay? Clear the throat. Goddess Maya and Ruby Aura Quartz, Searing Presence. We bring you the empowerment of searing presence. This empowerment enables you to see truth unveiled, naked divinity, in all its beauty and mystery. In your willingness to become present, you shall witness the truth that will set your spirit free and make your heart come alive with divine love. No lie, deception, fear, or agenda remains hidden in searing presence, the ruthless compassion of which distills pure truth. With this empowering, you are going to see what you need to see. You're going to be able to see the truth that there's only ever love seeking to free, heal, and discover itself. You will feel the grace that permeates your life and assists all beings. All impatience, doubt, uncertainty, and confusion shall give way, becoming soft like wax melted by a lit candle, and only the beautiful light of truth shall remain. Sometimes in our fear and resistance, we step away from the very thing we need to look at most closely. We are perhaps afraid of what we might see. Maybe we are afraid that we will witness something terrible about ourselves, that we are not a good person, not lovable or worthy. Or perhaps we are afraid to see a truth we can no longer avoid, and we know we will need to take action that we don't feel quite confident or trusting enough to take. Although some truths can be uncomfortable for the mind, there is a deeper truth that brings only comfort. We access that depth of insight through searing presence. What this means is a willingness to stay put, delve deeper, not judge, analyze, or complain, and instead just bear steady, neutral witness to what is. In that space of attentive but relaxed reflection, the truth rises up to the surface. The more soft, loving, and yet unflinching your gaze, the more swiftly this can happen. No matter how fearful the mind may be at what might be revealed, the deepest truth is always that of love. What you will see will cure you of shame or doubt, fear, and resistance. You will understand at the core of all pain, love is there pushing to break free. When the oracle of searing presence comes to you, you are being asked to give yourself an opportunity to know a deeper truth. You are ready for it, and it will help you. This could relate to a situation that causes you confusion, pain, and struggle, leaving you so fatigued that you wonder if you'll ever be able to get through it. It could also refer to a matter not so pressing, and yet, in the revelation of love's truth, you'll understand why your life is the way it is, with so much more peace. You'll swap shame for being impressed with your spirit. You may question your ability to find the truth, but it will find you. You are wise and strong, and you will be able to recognize it. Perhaps you already do, and all you need is confirmation of your insight from the oracle now. Truth, just like the divine love it reveals, can be confronting. Although it will ultimately bring you into greater freedom, joy, and happiness in the short term, truth may not feel comfortable. You may feel relief that you finally see what is, and then some anxiety, excitement, fear, or enthusiasm, or a combination of these feelings and more, about the truth that you do perceive. The implications of it on your lifestyle and relationships, work, and family may be difficult to accept. Your mind may be trying to control the impact of divine truth in your world. This is understandable, but not particularly realistic. When truths are revealed, your beliefs, even your foundations, can feel challenged. The greater the truth revealed, the more likely you'll feel your world shake. You may see yourself and your world in an entirely new way. This may happen slowly but surely, as truth erodes the illusions that have kept you trapped in a world view too small for your soul. It may also happen suddenly, as though a shocking jolt of divine lightning has ripped through your world, and instantly everything looks different. You may need some time to come to terms with the shock. You will also need patience as you integrate your new insights and allow that new way of understanding to translate into different belief systems, choices, behaviors, and lifestyles. There is no need to control the process. Truth is love, and when love prevails, it is for the greatest good of all beings. It is safe to trust in the truth revealed to you, to honor it as you act from your heart. Remember that you're an amazing spiritual being, and even though your human animal body and mind often wonder what on earth you are up to, you are doing a really good job. It may seem like quite a leap at this moment for you to believe any of this, but that doesn't mean it's not true. It just means you need some searing presence to be able to witness the truth of love. Open yourself to healing and let go of doubt, shame, or judgment. You are divinity unfolding. Of course, you know what you're doing. All right, so for the healing process, if you want to close your eyes right now, take a few deep breaths in and out. All right. To integrate this guidance, you may like to say this invocation now verbally or in your mind's ear. I call upon the crystal angel of ruby aura quartz and goddess Maya who love me unconditionally. Thank you for the divine healing empowerment of searing presence. May I see truth and know that truth is love. May I become capable of perceiving through the clear eyes of my spiritual being. May I be empowered to witness reality as a revelation of unconditional love. May I resonate at a level of loving awareness which soothes and comforts the mind and body. May all beings bear witness to the unconditional love that is their nature and their ultimate reality. Through divine grace and my own free will, so be it. You can open your eyes now. If you like this, you can find more of them in the Ascended Masters playlist, okay? I did all of them, including the healing process. All right? Every single one. And if you picked another pile, go to it now. All right? Bye. All right, pile C, let's see what we have for you. Got 3 botanical inspiration cards. So you got 3 flowers here. You may want to look up any of their spiritual meanings to see if the intentions are something you want to bring in. You can also just grab their picture. Same thing with the crystal that gets popped up as well. Since I only mentioned that for this pile, that may be specific for somebody. Okay. And then just look up their spiritual meanings, okay? And maybe that could be the intentions you're working, all right? So the first one out you have is Tulip, Friendship and Gratitude. The quote is by Marcel Proust. Let us be grateful for the people who make us happy. They are the charming gardeners who make our souls blossom. Love it. If you can see that, it's a little hard to read. Come on now. There we go. You also have Pink Rose. Love it. Let me see if I can just go ahead and do that. Grace and Sweetness. A quote by Matthew Arnold. The pursuit of perfection, then, is the pursuit of sweetness and light. It's so hard with this light. All right. And Phlox. Let's see if I can read this one. Unanimity and Harmony. A quote by Marcus Aurelius. He who lives in harmony with himself lives in harmony with the universe. It's all about being in that same frequency as the universe, right? Unconditional love. That is the frequency. From the Work Your Light Oracle, You have don't dim to fit in. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? Okay. And this could be regarding friendships too, since friendships were brought up, but it doesn't have to be. I'd say close connections. There we go. Okay, there it didn't go again. There we go again. It's a holographic card, so it does that. All right. And it's also just about, unifying, right? With grace and being in that high frequency as well. And perhaps there's something in this situation that needs a little bit of gratitude. I'm also sensing forgiveness too, especially if it's feeling forced, right, to fit in. Okay. So we'll see what Ascended Master came up for you. And if you like these, I did a whole playlist for them. Pretty much did every card, okay? Including the healing process at the end as well. It's in the Ascended Master messages, okay? You have card number 20, Ascended Master El Moria, and Blue Stars Sapphire, Higher Will, Crystal Masters 333. So 20, 2, and 3s may be significant to you at this time. Okay. Let's see if I can get that to focus. So the lighting's even better. Nice. We bring you the blessing of higher will. There is a great plan of divine love unfolding throughout the universe, and the fulfillment of your divine destiny is included. Sometimes it may seem hard to trust in higher will, yet if you do, it can bring a feeling of great relief that you don't have to have all the answers or be in control for everything to still work out beautifully in your world. Surrender empowers you to get on with life and trust that all is happening exactly as it should, according to a greater intelligence and love. Sometimes, however, the mind wants to control the higher plan. It wants to decide when something should happen, and how, and with whom, and in what way. It might convince itself that this personal opinion is actually the higher plan itself, and then feel betrayed, frightened, or confused when things don't go according to plan. The mind can be a great ally on the spiritual path, but it needs to be given reassurance and regular compassionate reminders that although it is powerful, it is not privy to the workings of the entire universe. Nor does it need to be for you to be happy, free, and manifesting your divine destiny. This oracle comes to you now because the mysterious workings of higher will are at work in your life, and you will find peace and even awe as you relax your mind and choose to trust now. The divine is creative genius at play. It understands how to ensure all organisms evolve, where not even the tiniest or apparently most insignificant creature is forgotten, so that all needs are met at the perfect time and in the perfect way. You are very much part of that. Every wish, dream, desire, yearning, and vision you have is very much a part of that loving creative plan too. It is not possible for the human mind to grasp the workings of the divine mind in its microscopic attention to detail and macrocosmic vastness. It is possible, though, for the human mind to understand that the divine mind knows what it's doing, and that what it is doing is unconditionally loving for all of creation, including you. In your life at present, higher will is at work. Of course, it is always in operation, but there are times when that may seem hard to believe. You may know intellectually that the universe loves you and is helping you always, while emotionally you may feel insecure, uncertain, or challenged by what is happening in your life, and wish it was other than it is. What is causing uncertainty in you will change in time. As you grow through it, you will naturally access increased understanding, acceptance, and even joyful appreciation of how incredibly creative and intelligent life is, and how amazing your spiritual journey is too. Higher will does not wish for you to suffer. It wishes for you to grow and remember who you truly are. Sometimes that growth brings suffering, for it can be difficult for the mind to let go of ideas and expectations and learn to believe that what is always a gift, even if we can't quite see how at the time. Sometimes higher will shall ask that you cultivate patience. There is no point to rush ahead on your path, ready to speak, shine, share, and teach when those you are destined to assist are not ready for you yet. Your voice would be lost in the darkness. There is no love in that for anyone involved. Patience for a time will allow for that love to grow, to be given a chance to do so, in the best conditions for that to happen. You are allowed to not enjoy the moment you are allowed to not enjoy the moment you're in. Perhaps patience is one of the virtues of your more enthusiastic, future-oriented personality. In other words, it might be a lesson. It's a tough one. You may feel constrained and not enjoy that much. This is absolutely fine. It might be more joyful if you could learn to love the building of the foundation as much as the successful completion of the task. To learn to see the constraint as a way that your soul can build some spiritual muscle of trust, endurance, and sacrifice, of instant gratification for long-term success. But that is not essential. It's just a way you could love life a little more, engage with what is, and resist a little less. Although the mystery as to how higher will is working its magic may always be somewhat impenetrable to the mind, there is a very easy way to know what higher will is telling you at any given time. It communicates with you every day and every moment through the simple truth of what is happening in your life. Are you riding a wave of success and opportunity in this moment? Or are you being patient and attending to a particular issue or circumstance? Are you seeing your vision materializing right before your eyes at this moment? Or are you building the foundations within yourself, and perhaps also in your life, for that vision to be born in a not too distant future? What is happening is higher will at work. It is helping you in your own way as you fulfill your divine destiny. You are helping it in return, doing your part to manifest the great divine plan of the love of the world. If you are feeling anxiety, doubt, impatience, or uncertainty, guilt, shame, or anger, or even excitement and joy at a plan that is coming together, this oracle brings you a reassuring message. You can do everything you can, and then let go, again and again. Trust that higher will is working for your best interests, and will help you manifest your most soul-satisfying success at the perfect time and in the perfect way. Now we'll do the healing process now, okay? If you would like to close your eyes, you're welcome to do so. Take a few deep breaths in and out, okay? To integrate this guidance, you may like to say this invocation now, verbally or in your mind's ear. I call upon the crystal angel of blue star sapphire and ascended master El Moria, who love me unconditionally. Thank you for the divine healing blessing of higher will. May I know the joy of unconditional trust in higher will, the powerful, all-knowing love the universe has for me, and the benevolent assistance life is always providing me, so I can grow into the fullness of my divinity. May all beings know the loving grace of higher will and choose the peace that comes with surrender and trust. Through my own free will, so be it. You can open your eyes now. So if you like that, by all means, go check out the Ascended Master Messages. I did them all for every single card. I do believe I read the whole thing, not just part of it, including the healing process at the end, okay? And if you chose another pile, go for it. Bye. Have a good one.